interview by King Solomon talking to David Schwarts about the future of blockchain, the XRP Ledger, RWAs, DeFi, on-chain oracles, a lot of exciting stuff. I'm going to link it down below. Make sure you watch it. But during this interview, David Schwarts had a really novel observation. He's like, you know what? When our customers, the institutions, when they're leveraging our technology, our solutions for cross-border payments, yes, we have institutional adoption of blockchain technology, but their customers, the people sending the payments, they're not being onboarded to blockchain. They have no idea what's going on in the background. They don't care. They're just trying to send their payment fast and cheap as possible, get the best service. But this next leg of adoption, and you see a lot of people even outside of Ripple excited about this one, the idea of real-world assets being tokenized on the blockchain, the idea of significant on-chain DeFi services. When their customers start adopting that, these institutions are going to drag all of their customer base on-chain as well. And as we are building towards mass adoption, we want as many people as possible comfortable, educated, and using blockchain directly. And that's exactly what this is going to do. I can tell you this. I'm so excited to be on the flip side of all this legal nonsense. Yes, the court case is still ongoing, but all the major issues are settled, and Ripple can be back to being creative and building, really amazing solutions for the future. And that's what we're seeing happen. If you were to ask me just a few months ago even, what do we need? What's the problem with the XRP Ledger? I would have told you stable coins. We need a good stable coin, one that could be liquid and listed on a lot of different major exchanges. I think Ripple stablecoin will fit that bill. We need DeFi solutions. We need bridging technology. We need on-chain oracles. Man, they are firing on all cylinders, not just Ripple, but the XRP Ledger developers, and they're building out this system. It's go time, and this is no joke, because you're going to see mass adoption of blockchain technology pick up the pace in a significant way as we move towards a regulated space here in the United States, as we kind of figure out what works and what doesn't for the real world. We are seeing that happen in real time, and Ripple is going to be a major player in this space. And what also excites me is it's not like before where it's like, okay, Ripple's the only one that's really focused on, cross-border payments, for instance. They were the biggest players using blockchain for that purpose. Well, for RWAs, for institutional DeFi, there's a lot of players out here. And look at this move by BlackRock. BlackRock and Citadel Securities. They are starting a new exchange to compete with the New York Stock Exchange located in Texas. This is serious. This ain't no joke. This probably goes live 2026. Couple that. We see Good Morning Crypto talking about this. Plans to launch a new national stock exchange in Texas to compete with the New York Stock Exchange. And he couples this with this video from Larry Fink. What he's talking about the future of stock and security trading. That you need to tokenize assets. It's exactly what they're going to do. The same thing Ripple's doing. You have a ton of people competing within this space. And BlackRock's one of the biggest. And they're going to leverage either the Ethereum blockchain directly or more likely their own layer 2. And they're going to onboard a lot of people to the blockchain. They're already doing it with their Biddle platform there where they have tokenized treasuries. And I think they're going to onboard all their ETFs on chain, and they're going to tokenize all these assets. And again, we are starting to move towards real world application of this technology where it's no longer theory. And this is a huge move, an aggressive move, and one that could really pay off in a big way. A lot of people still worried out there that somehow the stablecoin replaces XRP. We've had stablecoins forever. So Ripple minting one on the XRP Ledger is not going to be much different other than I think their stablecoin will be competitive. It'll be one of the most usable stablecoins in the world. You can send it fast and cheap, but it doesn't compete with XRP. Again, you still need those cryptocurrencies. Same way Tether doesn't displace Bitcoin or it doesn't displace Ethereum. Like these networks, these crypto assets, they have their purpose, but they can be complemented by a good stablecoin. And we've seen that happen on the Ethereum blockchain where people are more willing to say, you know what, we need a Aave token, a Link token, a Tether token to do certain things. And they're not so myopic saying we have to use a native asset for every application, even when it may not be the best. build useful systems with blockchain, more people will use them, and that native currency will go up like a rocket. This is huge move by Ripple, and I think it's going to pull a lot of the other stable coins also onto the XRP Ledger as we continue forward. I can't stress enough how important that move to bring a stable coin onto the XRP Ledger is. A lot of people told me GateHub IOUs are good enough. They're not, and it's good to see us take that next step forward. Rob Art pointing out that BNB has breached its all-time high. No real surprise. Look, this is one of the most used blockchains in the world. Not my favorite. Not one that I hold, any BNB tokens personally any longer. But to me, what this shows is the great service really that CZ did, because that situation with Binance could have been a nightmare. He could have drugged that thing out. He could have hid out in Dubai. And like the businessman he is, he brought this situation to a close. Very serious situation with the DOJ. And he negotiated a settlement that worked for both sides. And most of all, it did not disrupt crypto like it could have. And now we see BNB getting back on track, going to new all-time highs. It's great to see, and I think it's a big testament to the great work that CZ has done, specifically. Huge news, F Assets, open beta is here. Phase 1 starts now. Technical users get early access to help shape the F Asset system. Phase 2 launches soon, where everyone is invited to mint test XRP with the F Asset dashboard. I know a lot of people get frustrated how long this takes. Good blockchain, it takes a long time. And I know it seems like we've been working on this forever, but when you compare Flare Network to other blockchains that came before it, they're working at a blistering pace. And they're going to get this thing done. And it's starting to take shape. And, just stay there with it. I invite the Flare token to go down in value. Go ahead. I would like to buy some more. But right now it's doing well. And it's just good to see that continuous building. This is a real system. It has some really inventive and novel solutions. And F Assets is one of them. And I think it's going to bring a lot of demand for the Flare token, FLR. And this is good to see. They're continuing to make progress. And that's what you want. Are they continuing to build? Are they delivering on promises? Yes, it may take longer than we would like, than we expected, but it's happening. You are seeing the future built in real time. Meta Lawman. Key takeaways from Consensus 2024. Hester Peirce strongly advised the crypto community not to sacrifice our privacy rights in the process of getting a crypto market structure built through Congress. And Crypto Lawman says this is an oddly specific warning from a knowledgeable insider. You don't have to be an insider. You see what they're pushing for. They want, if you're using a DEX, to have to register and KYC, and they want, far too much. And she sees that. We see that not just from what the SEC is pushing for, but the IRS and everyone else. They want you to be tracked, monitored, and traced. And, hopefully we have more reasonable regulations, even though we're dealing with the government. We know what they want, what they'll push for. And there will always be ways for the crypto enthusiasts to use systems and maintain some semblance of privacy, of course. But, everyone deserves that, not just the technically savvy out there. Everyone really deserves privacy. And hopefully this comes together where in the U.S. you don't have to do all these, over-the-top KYCs, and where DEXs need to, file tax forms on your behalf, things like that. The flow of value is on chain. They can track it. They don't need to go overboard with this stuff. If someone is transferring value around, they better be paying their taxes. We don't need to go too far with these systems. Lastly, Grayscale. Tomorrow we'll be speaking about Near Protocol. I can't wait to see this. Near is one of the best blockchains out there. I've been talking about it for a while, and it's went ripping up the rankings. I think it's number 15 or 14 token, and I think it's going to keep going up. Near is a monster. It's highly capable. I'll see what they got going on here with Grayscale and Near tomorrow, and I will report back to you. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.